Some people will say, this shoe that I'm reviewing is just too feminine. What are you doing reviewing such a womanly shoe? Technically, it does come in woman sizing. But I do say, I'll pretty much review any shoe that I have any slight bit of interest. I just want to see it in hand, see how it feels, see how it looks on feet. I'll review anything. And this shoe right here, will I wear it often? Will it be part of my rotation? No, I don't really have anything to go with it. But my interest in sneakers and my sneaker fandom knows no bounds. Air Jordan 4 Orchid. Now the shoe is dropping on October 25th for $215 in the United States. I'm not sure if this full pink color has anything to do with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is in October. The Aunt Pearls are also releasing that month, so I'm not sure if it's like an intentional effort. They don't reference it at all on sneakers, but it's not like sneakers description are always the best. However, first impressions of the Jordan 4 Orchid. This is obviously a shoe not made for someone like me. I don't have like any really pink clothing in my wardrobe. I will not be able to pull this type of shoe off. It's just not really within my color palette, but I can only speak to it based on like how I see the colorway. I think for certain people, obviously it's a more feminine colorway. I think this all pink upper actually looks pretty good. If you're someone that wears pink quite often, like Sugar Sean O'Malley in the UFC, he features a lot of pink. I think he would be able to pull something like this off. For me, not really my thing, but I'm not exactly the target demographic. In the upper of the shoe, it is fully suede, and the suede feels good on this shoe. It's not like that super hairy suede. I don't think it's like the best I ever felt. I still maintain that the Kit Toronto New Balances were like just some of the best suede I felt in recent memory, but this suede, especially for Jordan Brand, it is pretty decent. And of course, the most distinct thing about the Jordan 4, it is the netting as well as the wings, and it's just TPU plastic. Sometimes they'll like change it up and change that to leather or like another type of material. This one is just like a standard Jordan 4. And the netting, I'm glad they kept it pink, so it's not like sale pre-age netting. So I like that, and I do like how they have these wings like at the bottom acting as eyelets. I do like how that is black. I think that offsets the pink pretty well. And then moving all the way up to the tongue, it is a suede tongue also with a flight patch at the top. The flight concept did originally start on the Jordan 4s, and what also began on the Jordan 4s was that tag inside the tongue that is upside down that says Air Jordan. And this shoe does come with one extra set of laces, black laces. Out of the two, I think the black laces look really nice. I like that there is a dark color, or at least the choice of using a dark color. I think it creates a very good balance. So I appreciate they're giving us a set of black laces. White laces would have looked pretty nice too, but I'm going with the black laces. And then moving on to the booty of the shoe, you get Jumpman branding. This is not an OG colorway, so a Jumpman on the back. And the booty tab here, that is more like a general release Jordan 4. So on the SB Pine Greens, it was much more bouncier. It was basically like very flexible rubber. On the Bread Reimagined, as well as the Military Blues, but it's quite flexible as well. Not as much as the Pine Greens, but a little bit more flexible than like recent Jordan 4s. This one, more like a general release Jordan 4, kind of reverting to the norm. I don't really have a preference, but just thought I would call that out. And the Jordan 4s comes with a polyurethane midsole with a visible Nike Air unit on the heel, of course, as well as a Nike Air unit on the forefoot. And I'm very glad to say it is just a white midsole, no sale here, no pre-aging. I think white looks really good with the rest of the colors on this shoe. And then of course, you get that iconic Jordan 4 rubber outsole, Jumpman branding in the cutout as well. Again, not an OG colorway, so it's not Nike branding on the cutout. And look how beautiful this herringbone iconic Jordan 4 outsole looks. I love how the black is featured there. It's not just like a fully pink outsole. Would have looked pretty weird, I think. So black and white and gray on that outsole. Perfect. And the insole of the shoe, it is a Dreamcell insole. I really wish for Jordan 4s, a shoe that's not known for its comfort will just come with polyurethane insoles like the Bread Reimagined. That definitely helped the comfort of that shoe. But nope. Just a Dreamcell insole. In the box of the shoe, a pretty standard Jordan 4 box with the Flight logo on top. Like I said, the Flight concept originated on the Jordan 4. And now moving on to sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 4s. Recently, in 2024 at least, I've gone true to size for Jordan 4s. In the past few years, they have made some Jordan 4s like slightly smaller, so I had to go up half a size so my toe box would not just get absolutely strangled. For the shoe or recent Jordan 4s in 2024, I've gone true to size, no problems. And a lot of times, Jordan 4s are not known to be very comfortable. Pine Greens are an exception. They did change the tooling for that shoe. Bread Reimagined was an exception as well. For this shoe, however, actually it's pretty comfortable. I'm glad to say. It doesn't come as like stiff and clunky and just hard to wear out of the box. It is actually a decently comfortable shoe right out the gate. I had no problems in this pinky toe area. The materials weren't like super stiff, so there was not like a lot of break-in time. I think this shoe, all things considered, for a Jordan 4, pretty comfortable. It's not the lightest shoe, it's also quite flat to the ground. Originally, it was a basketball shoe, and especially basketball shoes back in 1989 when the Jordan 4 was first released, very flat to the ground. Michael Jordan wanted a very low core profile feeling shoe, so that kind of makes sense. But if you're looking for like a walking shoe that is not so flat to the ground, Jordan Retros generally aren't really it for you. But at least compared to some like just absurdly uncomfortable Jordan 4s, these are not that. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 4 Orchid to 27 out of 40. Pretty average score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Like I said at the beginning of my video, this colorway is not made for me. This is a more feminine colorway. Some people can pull off pink very well. That's not me. I don't have this color palette really in my wardrobe, but if you do, I think this is a really nice colorway for you. Since this is my score and colorway is pretty subjective, I have to give it based on how I feel. But again, I reiterate, if you wear pink quite often, or if that's in your arsenal, this is a nice pink Jordan 4. And in terms of the materials, I think the suede feels really nice on this shoe. I still don't think it's like the most premium suede ever, but for a Jordan brand shoe, the materials are nice. And in terms of the comfort, again, pleasantly surprised. This, compared to other Jordan 4s, is decently comfortable. Wasn't like super stiff and chunky out of the box. Didn't really hurt my feet anywhere. I still don't think it's as comfortable as like a Jordan 3 or 2s or 5s, but compared to other Jordan 4s, like the Midnight Navies that I always reference when I talk about Jordan 4 comfort, it is much better. And in terms of the versatility of the shoe, Jordan 4s, just the shape, very wearable. Timeless, classic, still very popular for a reason. In terms of the wearability of the colorway though, obviously you gotta be a certain person to wear this shoe and pull it off effectively. I personally find it kinda hard to wear, but if you have the right outfits, I think it's a decently versatile shoe. Not for everybody, but for that group of people that do wear pink, yeah, I think it's quite wearable. Not every shoe is made to appeal to like the most amount of people. This shoe obviously is one that will only appeal to a smaller group of people, smaller target audience, but it doesn't mean that someone that won't wear this shoe can't just appreciate how the colorway would look on someone else. And that's how I feel about this shoe. On my feet, on me, definitely won't look good. On someone else, someone much prettier, I think this will look nice. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 4 Orchid. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.